Cheating, hurting, that's all you seem to do. Hey, yeah. Messing around with every guy in town, pulling me some bad news. One of these days it won't be long for me, pretty baby. I'll be gone. I don't care what you say, gonna make you pay for this hole in my heart. Time is gonna come. Time is gonna come. Time is gonna come. Ooh, it's fading away. Preacher man said get away, gonna make you pay for that hole in my heart. I don't care what you say, I gotta make a brand new start. I'm gonna find a way, babe, to mend my broken heart. I'm gonna leave today, babe, and make it from the start. Time is gonna come. Time is gonna come. Time is gonna come. Ooh, yeah, it's fading away. Time is gonna come. Your time is gonna come. Your time is gonna come back. Your time is gonna come back. Your time is gonna come back. Time is gonna come. It's fading away. Hello, my name's Melissa Reaves, and I'm glad to be here at the Herald Review Morgue Sessions. So, super exciting. I got into music as a child. My mother wanted me to play violin, and so she got one when I was 5. It was a little tiny violin, and I've been playing music ever since then. I was on a classical path, studying classical violin, till I was 17, and somewhere about 16, I was like, I want to play rock and roll, or I like that. That's like, oh, that looks fun, you know. Super grateful for my for all the devotion my mom gave me with private lessons and driving me to, you know, performances and all over for that. I'm very grateful. And grateful musically too for the great foundation that it gave me, classical studies. But when I got into rock and roll, that kind of started morphing into a little bit more improvisation and the blues, and so kind of like taking the tools that you got in your toolbox from, you know, formal studies and kind of doing your own thing with it, much less formal and disciplined, which I'm a proponent of that discipline and those fundamentals. But I think at some point you take those tools and you go make your own house type of thing. So that's pretty much the early years of how I got into music. And one thing, led to another. I played violin and sang in bands from that point on, but never the guitar. And I was in a band at some point and kept having to replace the guitar player. And one of the guitar players had an acoustic on stage. So I'd pick it up and, probably get on everyone's nerves. But eventually I started picking up stuff here and there, and it became not so bad to listen to. How many times have you heard someone say, if I had money, I would do things my way. Little they know that it's so hard to find one rich man in 10 with a satisfied mind. Money can't buy your youth when you're old. Friend, when you're lonely, or peaceful your soul. The wealthiest person is a pauper at times, compared to the man who's satisfied mind. satisfied thanks to the classical music and maybe just born with a good ear, I can kind of mostly play what I'm hearing in my head, and that's really a great release. You know, if you make music and you all of a sudden have an idea, I can go to the guitar and peck some things out, or at least peck it out enough to say to a super more accomplished guitarist, like, here's what I'm thinking, and they'll be like, oh, like this. I'm like, yeah, like that. And so maybe with more practice I'll get there, but that's one of my favorite things. Another thing that I got into is people started giving me pedals. I didn't bring any for this particular show. I thought I'd just go straight acoustic, and it's nice to challenge myself like that sometimes with just the guitar and the vocals and an amp, technically speaking. But my pedal, I do pedal work, and so it involves some looping and a lot more experimental stuff, which is a whole different area, but I really enjoy that as far as it's very pleasing to me. I have a pretty interesting performance schedule. I do not typically do any regular gigs. I don't have any right now. As far as in the region, I tour a lot, and that would be back on the East Coast. Typically is where I'm going. I have a good following across the country. I would say, but the next great thing that I've got coming up is the Bisbee Blues Festival, which I'm pretty excited about. It'll be at the Warren Ballpark, and so I try to keep my performances, not too frequent, so that it's special when it does happen. That's how I think about it. But I have been jonesing to play. Actually, before I came over to do this today, I was like, man, I need a gig just to simply make music with other people. So if I could collaborate with any artists, per the question, living or dead, that is a lofty question that I just don't know if I can come up with an answer. But for right now, since I'm going to come up with an answer, and I want the option of recanting on this answer, but collaborate with, I mean, of all those people, oh my God, I can't even, let's narrow this down to the last 70 years. Bjork. I know that may seem like a lame answer to some, but dive deeper. She's phenomenal. And then I'm going to give myself the permission to pick another person. So we would we would collaborate as 3 people, and maybe that would be Ella Fitzgerald. I did perform at only one time. I performed at the Bisbee 1000, and I didn't really know what to expect, but I said yes because I thought I should do it. Other people I'd known had done it, and that's kind of how it started. And I got there, I think, kind of early for a rocker, early in the day for a rock and roll show, or any show, whatever it might be. And it's at the top of, I believe, I was placed at the top of the stairs at Pearly. I think I'm saying that right. And I heard the gun go off, and I was like, well, I've got a lot of time. I'll just sit here and do whatever. And in 3 minutes, I was like, oh, that person's got on, that's a competitor. They've got on jogging outfit. They're got here already. I was astounded. And then they just kept coming. So, honestly, I have to say, I had the best time at that gig, and I was not prepared to have the best time, just in full disclosure. It was an obligatory gig at that point for me. And so I got there, and I was like, well, I'm just going to play these tunes, and I'm like, quickly I saw they are, I'm at the very top of the stairs, and I don't know, there's 70, there could be more on Pearly. And I'm watching them come up, and I'm like, I'm not playing some lame singer-songwriter stuff for these people huffing it up these stairs like this. And there were all types. There were fit people, there were children, there were unfit people, and I'm thinking, I can't even, I'd have to like take a break 3 times. And I know that for a fact. I'm not even exaggerating, because I know those stairs because I've come up them. I didn't have to for that gig, thank God. And so I'm like, this lame stuff is not cutting it. And so I just started full on rocking. Sometimes didn't even play the guitar. Sometimes I put on some music on my phone, and I had ran it through some kind of portable speaker so it was loud enough, and sang along with it and just completely freestyled the whole time. So I did give a good cardiovascular offering to those people coming up the stairs, but I did not actually come up them myself. But I was going for broke because I was so inspired, I kid you not, at the different people that were coming up it and were determined. One man barely made it. We were concerned about him. I truly was concerned about him. And I went out to be like, he said, nope, don't help me. I can do it, don't touch me. And I was like, alrighty, I dig it. And he said thank you later. He wasn't trying to be mean, but it was just incredible. I have never left a gig in a while so inspired by something. Usually it's, a great feeling of performing. Don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful to be a performer and grateful to the people who give love and energy. But that was something different. They were there challenging themselves. And I just was so impressed. So I'm looking forward to doing it again. I hope I get Pearly. And I'm going to bring more sound power so that I can give them more, because I think, people weren't expecting it. But I would freestyle about these people their outfit or their something that was pertinent to them, because I was just so impressed that they were going for it. So I know that I'm long in the tooth on things, but I'll just tell you right now, I won't forget that day. I mean, if they can do that, I can do most anything. I put my heart out on the stage. I spit, I screamed, I cried. I don't know what else to say. Then my whole soul, baby, for you all to see. Preserve my heart in a jar so I'd have something left for me. I think you need love. Every day and every night I think you need. Too cool, too fat, right stuff, wrong hat. Sappy folks singing, chicks just ain't never been where it's at. Ooh, there's a pillar of salt sitting in a stone's throw, pulling out all the water where my energy flows. I think I need love. Every day and every night I think you need. Think you need love in the morning. You need love in the morning. Doom 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 doom.